Brad, the time is now.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's time to investigate the blackest of Black Ops.
Lay it on me.
Call of Duty Black Ops.
Oh, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
After a long hiatus, they're finally back.
Yeah, there hasn't been a Call of Duty game for 2 years now.
Great.
So.
Oh, man. That's uncalled for.
No, that game was called Modern Warfare 2. It's
fair enough.
Totally different.
Fair enough.
So here we are, in the chair.
Wow. Looks like some sinister business is going on in this room.
Being interrogated here. Let's just jump into the campaign and we'll select some missions. So this is everything opened up. But we should probably just start at the beginning.
All right.
Back to the Bay of Pigs.
Some stuff went down there.
Yeah.
I bet there are some guys to shoot in such a scenario.
Absolutely. So.
Where's Reznov?
You will answer our questions.
So this is how the game opens. You know, you're Alex Mason.
It's not important. What's important is who you are. What's your name?
Fuck you.
Whoa.
That's my name.
Kiss my ass.
Your name is Alex Mason. You were born in Fairbanks, Alaska. In 1961, you served in a CIA assassination team known as Operation.
So I actually still have look control during this stuff. And occasionally it'll, take over so we can do stuff like that.
Yes.
Sam Worthington sure knows how to sound like he's being electrocuted.
He also is really good at sounding like he's Australian in a lot of parts in this game.
I don't know anything about any numbers.
His voice is not great in a lot of cases.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. So the majority of the game is told in flashback.
Yeah, this is like
from this chair, really.
Yeah, it's like a kind of a framing device.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
And it's really effective, and it also gives them license to have the game cover a lot of ground. I mean, we're starting here, Cuba, 61, but there's also significant portions of the game that take place during the Vietnam War.
Right.
No.
Do not fuck with me, Mason. I know when you're lying. 61, Bay of Pigs. What happened?
Yeah, you
Did you
mentioned.
notice how they starred out the swearing there, but didn't earlier? It's really inconsistent on the
Weird.
subtitles.
That's really weird.
Yeah, the subtitles are weird.
So you mentioned in the review, which is on site now.
Yes.
That you do a lot of globetrotting in this. A lot of like different kind of pivotal events in history.
Yeah, and it will occasionally take you away from Mason to another character.
Okay.
There's a character named Hudson, who's voiced by Ed Harris, and occasionally it'll kind of fill in the blanks when Mason is unavailable for story reasons. To kind of show you things from Hudson's perspective.
But so is it constantly cutting back to this interrogation scene?
It is, yeah. Between levels, it's kind of coming back there.
So they're basically like kind of telling the whole story through flashbacks.
Yeah.
That's something different.
I really like this stuff here. When it shows these mission briefings here, pops up like this,
What's up, Carlos?
and then
So you get what we need?
gets rid of all of it.
He will be in here. The plantation. My old plantation.
You're on a
Attack on
needs
the
known
airfield
basis,
to
Yeah.
distract them enough to
This is Woods and Bowman, and these two guys are with you through
waiting for you.
large chunks of the game.
Just be-
Bowman is voiced by Ice Cube, by the way.
Good to know.
We got company.
And you're here to kill Castro.
Woods is voiced by James Woods, right?
Yes, James. Oh, no.
Oye, ¿de dónde tú eres?
Whoa now.
I said, where are you from?
Just be cool, Woods. Wait.
Talking to you.
Oh,
Damn!
Everything is ready.
All right.
And then from here for the next 6 hours or so, it's pretty much on.
Yeah, they didn't waste a lot of time there.
Bowman, Carlos, lay down covering fire. We fight our way through the streets. Mason, on me.
Let's go.
Target in the alley!
Where?
Clear them out. Move up the streets. Bowman, take the right.
Necesitamos refuerzo. Retirada.
Go, keep moving.
Oh, we got ducked all the way down here.
Got a situation going on here.
Behind us!
It certainly seems very Modern Warfare 2-esque in just like the presentation of it, like the interface elements and
Okay, let's move.
like the blood effect. looks the same.
Oops.
Is that,
Yeah.
does that seem accurate to you?
Yeah, I would say so. It's definitely reminiscent of what they've done in the past.
Reloading, give me cover. Go, go.
Oh, we gotta get out of there.
Reloading, cover me. He's dead. I will see you at the airstrip. Suerte, my friend.
Step on it.
Hit it, go!
So there's not really a lot of steering control you've got in this section. It's, you know, I can kind of steer, but
Oh,
it's,
weird.
it's really railsy.
It's basically a cutscene.
Yeah.
Huh. It's still kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very intense looking sequence.
I
Definitely starts the game out.
Wow.
with-
That was pretty cool, like pretty abrupt transition back.
The
Like,
game's really good at doing those abrupt
Yeah,
transitions
yeah.
in and out of stuff.
and I see what you're getting at with just like the ambition of the kind of action in the campaign. Like,
Yeah.
that stuff. I didn't play a ton of World at War, but it seems like they've definitely stepped that stuff up.
There's a
Definitely.
Jeez. Oh, this really jumps
man
around.
Yeah.
huh?
The airfield. Any minute. There's a signal. Now! Hook up. This is it.
Where do I go? Here, I gotta hook up behind him.
Nice front. Keep it tight.
Invasión empezó. La pista de aterrizaje está bajo ataque. Tenemos hombres en camino. Aguanten en la posición hasta que llegue el refuerzo.
Mason, take him
Repito,
out.
So in some of these areas, you get a little more dramatic of a
Perfect. You're all
melee
focused on
kill
the airfield.
than you would just by, you know,
Convoy
whipping out the
ahead. Do
knife.
Not engage.
A few cases of that throughout the game, but
There's no like taking a human shield or anything though, right?
No.
That was all just kind of scripted stuff.
yeah.
Sit tight. Let him pass.
Woods is a really good character. He's just a really intense sounding dude.
Which actor is he again?
You know, I don't
Or
know
he's just,
that
he's just some guy.
Yeah.
Have you seen this commercial
Bowman,
floating around
left
for this
flank.
game?
No.
I saw it last night. It is crazy. It's got Jimmy Kimmel is in it. Kobe is in it.
Huh.
Like name a celebrity, they might be in this commercial.
Shaq.
It's like
Ice-T.
Shaq. No, only one NBA star.
Okay.
No Ice-T. Kind of surprised no Ice Cube actually, considering his involvement. But
Yeah.
it's a crazy commercial. It's just this weird mishmash of like
This way.
TV
upstairs.
and sports and like pop culture stars.
This is just like footage of them wearing headsets playing
No,
multiplayer.
running around this bombed out looking Middle Eastern town with guns.
Oh, weird.
Like shotguns, like Uzis, blowing stuff up. It's crazy.
That sounds like a good way to convey
is, yeah.
what this game has become.
And I forget what the tagline is, but it's something to the effect of like everyone loves Call of Duty. You know,
Yeah.
it's like that's the message they're trying to convey. Like this is a cultural phenomenon.
Kill confirmed.
It's a very eye-catching commercial.
It's kind of a weird thing to hang your hat on at this point.
Yeah.
But they're not
Yeah.
wrong. I mean, you know, it's,
For now, yeah, it's definitely accurate.
Yeah.
But kind of like we've been saying this week as this game's coming out, like you know, how much longer will it stay that way?
right.
Like this definitely seems like a very solid Call of Duty game, but it's
It is absolutely.
but it's also kind of towing the line of what Call of Duty is right now.
Well, it's interesting. I feel like they do make some bold choices, and I think, you know, you've seen some of that stuff with the way they're doing the campaign stuff, and you know, we'll get into multiplayer in a little bit. But a lot of the changes exist at the periphery. You know, it is stuff like the storytelling and things like that. Whereas, you know, here we are, left trigger aim, right trigger shoot.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, that's what the series is. It's kind of what it has to be,
Give us a yell. Got it.
I think.
Mason,
But
on me. We search room to room to
you know,
find Castro.
they've done this very well for 4 years now.
Absolutely.
But some would argue for a lot longer than that.
Right.
I'm-
Well, this
I'm
very-
not a,
this
I'm
very
not a COD
specific
2
model.
fan. Yeah, this
since-
style
Since Call of Duty 4.
since 4, and
I think it's just that annual repetition of this formula every year.
yeah,
Like clockwork, you know. You can set your watch to the releases of Call of Duty games.
you could argue, you know, that and you know, some people take this the wrong way, but it comes from my love of this franchise, and in both franchises. Tony Hawk 3 was the high watermark.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk 4 was the point where you're like, this is still a really good game, but this is the fourth one of these they've made.
Right.
You know, so it's similar type deal.
Exactly. It's just landed on a little thick, you know. I mean, all that said, I hope they keep making these. I hope they just keep pushing them forward.
Yeah.
Like that's the hope, right?
Yeah. Yeah. They push things forward in some interesting ways. Again, but again, a lot of it's at the periphery.
Right.
Let's do it.
I was just about to say slow motion
Yeah,
when it happened.
you get a few Breach-style sequences.
Oh, that guy's flipping upside down.
Reloading in slow motion.
Bowman, nest is empty. We're moving on.
Better make it fast. B-26s are about to begin their bombing run.
Target should be up ahead.
That was Ice Cube.
That's Ice Cube.
That-
Side. Get
Yeah.
in position.
Yes, it was.
You ready to make history?
Whoa. More slow motion. Pop. Oh, what? Wow. All right. Is she a person of any importance? What?
Not for long.
What the flaming hell was that? That's
He uses the human
All right.
shield, and she still protects him?
Castro supporters are fanatical in their devotion.
Bowman, the target
Says
is
the
down.
Australian.
The work on Carlos isn't good. They're barely holding out. They got half the Cuban army down there.
So that's it. Castro's dead, right?
Ain't hitting anything. Moving to the main hallway.
Okay, we're
so.
on
This
our
is
way.
supposed to be taking place during the Bay of Pigs.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Or this is that operation?
Roger that.
Yeah.
These guys are the surgical strike, I assume.
Yeah, you know, it's
Yeah.
a team of 3 guys going
Right.
in to try and solve this problem. Anyway, let's get out of Cuba here.
That looked like a lot of missions on that select screen. I mean, even if it's only 6 hours.
Yeah, it took
looks
me
like
around
you-
6 hours.
Looks like you go to a lot of places at least.
Yeah. Let's see one more mission, I guess.
Was that the Pentagon?
You killed him, Mason.
Maybe.
You did. No one else. Just you.
Trying to think like what would be a good situation that's not going to be a little too much story and give too much away. Let's just jump to the middle of Vietnam. This stuff's all really nice. The bonus intel looks like a lot of these
Wow.
screens here
Yeah.
with the redacted text, and you'll find intel in the levels that when you then go back to these intel pages,
wow.
it starts to remove the redactions.
Clarify stuff. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
so you can kind of read up on characters and
He had intel on Dragovich. Everything. But it was a lost cause.
Yeah, these are some snazzy cutscenes. I remember World at War having some really nice,
Yeah.
like FMV stuff too.
yeah.
Speaking of FMV,
Yeah, there's a little bit of FMV.
this game has like actors in it.
Yeah.
On camera.
MacB
That's
got
kind of
down
that's
in sight.
that's
You are
weird.
jumping into some deep shit, Woods.
We're here to
Sounds a
yank
little
an
out of
effector.
place, but
We
what
violate
does?
cell on
The
Soviet
FMV
involvement
stuff.
in
No,
non-
I mean
Lost
it's handle
contact
based.
with
It's mostly
security
just a
team.
smoking
We may
woman
be holed up in
reading
the
numbers
MacB
into a
safe
microphone to
Tell
kind of
me more.
illustrate the numbers station
Team, hook up.
element of the story. Great looking explosions and
Yeah,
fire.
this is
So they've
good.
actually they've shown this level before,
is,
so I don't feel like we're spoiling anything by showing too much of
It's
there.
kind of looking like hell on earth here.
Yeah, that goes real bad. That's real bad.
Sam Worthington is none the worse for wear.
Yeah.
Hotel 6, come back. Hotel 6, do you roger? Lima 9, Hotel 6 is gone.
Oh,
Frank Woods don't take no shit.
obviously. Oh, so he's the guy from all the marketing.
Yep.
And okay.
Last 12, hold your
The guy with the
steady.
headband
Yeah.
and the mustache. All right.
Where we
He's
hit?
the guy whose avatar outfit you get if you buy any of the more expensive versions
it.
of the game.
Got it.
You got NBA all over the north wing, Woods.
Light him up, Bowman!
Lima 9 is inbound.
How do you feel about all the guns in this game?
They're all right.
Yeah.
Some of them don't make a lot of sense from a timeline perspective. Like you have an AUG at one point, and the AUG wasn't really available in the time frame of this game.
Go!
You know, and there seem like there are cases where they just try to say, oh, well, these guys are the best of the best, so they have access to prototype weaponry. And, you know, that's
Of course they do.
The whole damn building's over.
they explain away maybe a little more than they should with some of that stuff. But in the end, it's not that big of a deal. And You know, these are relatively modern weapons. I mean, there's no P90 in the game, but you know, you've got your assault rifles. The weapons available to you in multiplayer are, for all intents and purposes, the same weapons we're using today.
Yeah, well,
What's he saying?
I think that's
Kill
probably
us,
acceptable. I mean,
Yeah.
I think Vietnam was the era where, like, the more traditional,
Right.
kind of bolt action stuff was being replaced with really durable automatic weapons. So,
Lehman 9.
Yeah.
Anyone who doesn't get out soon isn't going to. The NVA have overwhelmed the entire north wing.
Roger that, Lehman Niner. Moving on.
Safe room, just ahead.
There's some language barriers they don't cross. You kind of expect your gritty M-rated
Safe room is down there.
Vietnam experiences to use certain racially motivated terms.
Yeah.
They don't go there.
really. Huh.
He's down.
Yeah, they
Do you even get,
for better or for worse, they don't go there.
you even get, like, a Charlie once in a while?
You do
or-
get a
yeah.
you do get a Charlie
Okay.
Tango down.
here and there, yeah, but you get a lot of NBA.
Aha.
Keep your head clear.
Safe room's been breached.
Damn it.
All right. You play any of this on veteran?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it
You
still,
know how hard these games will get
Yeah.
when you do that stuff.
Yeah, is it still
it gets
that-
it gets that hard.
still that way?
It gets that hard.
All right. Good to know. I probably got like third of the way through Modern Warfare 2 on veteran and said never again.
Yeah.
It's not to my taste.
It's just I've never found that to be a fun
Yeah.
way to
Well,
play.
it
games
changes
like
the style
this.
of the game, really.
Yeah,
It's-
it's you spend so much time just hiding behind stuff.
Yeah.
Let's quickly show one more level.
Whoa.
Here.
Pushing deep in here.
You killed him, Mason. You did. No one else. Just you.
Vietnam.
I want to see a lady smoking.
We have the dossier.
I don't know how we get to that. I'm not sure that we.
All of Dragovic's
I think when we switch profiles to play
Ah.
multiplayer, it might work at that
Project
point.
Nova.
Nova 6. Reznov called it.
So you've seen a
Nova
couple of
6.
references here to Reznov.
Yeah.
He's the Russian guy who was kind of your AI dude in the Russian campaign in World at War.
He was the Frank Woods,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, sure.
or the Captain Price, you might
Yeah,
say.
yes, exactly. So he is their Captain Price, I think, is,
Okay.
is kind of where they're going with this.
Yeah. But they have a much more coherent chronology to these games, it sounds like, than the Modern Warfare stuff. Right? Well, I mean, I guess that was the same Captain Price between both games there.
Yeah,
But,
it's-
like,
If you think your government-sponsored brutality intimidates me, you clearly don't know.
so
anything
Reznov is
about
in this game. He
Right.
actually plays a pretty pivotal role in a lot of the story stuff.
okay. I've seen, when I went to see this game in 3D,
Right.
this is the part they showed me.
Here's a little hands-on interrogation.
This is pretty ugly stuff.
About what you have to lose.
Oh.
How about a little bit of that?
Man,
Can I do it again? Oh, yeah. How about some of that?
imagine.
But you can't just sit there and hit it over and over again. It just has you hit it twice and it goes. So when you fire up the game, it actually does have the same thing that Modern Warfare 2 has, where it says like, "Yo, there's some raw stuff in this game.
Yeah.
You might want to turn it off if you can't handle it." I suspect that changes scenes like
how this stuff works.
Yeah.
Found me, so will they. They know everything you know.
but
They're probably on their way now.
I didn't find anything in this game to be
Dragovich.
objectionable in that way.
Certainly nothing on the order of a no Russian
Exactly.
kind of thing, right?
Exactly.
Only Steiner, the German.
What
Yeah.
was the nature of your business?
I think these inline cutscenes might
I
be
was
the best
hired
they've ever been in this series.
help
Like this stuff
stabilize Saturn.
seems really well done.
Yeah.
Volatile compounds.
What kind of compound?
So here we're actually playing as Hudson.
Nova 6.
Okay.
Biochemical weapon.
Let them right to me. Get your head down.
Oh.
Is the storyline easy to follow? Does it have like a consistent arc? Like it seems like the way it's jumping back and forth in time, and like you're going all over the world.
It doesn't necessarily jump back and forth in time.
Well, I mean,
the
back to the interrogation.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff,
okay, yeah. I guess it does in fact jump back and forth in time. It's not too hard to follow.
Yeah.
Did you inhale the gas? Up the stairs.
I think there's an achievement for going through this whole level using only dual-wielded weapons
Hostile down.
because this is Hong Kong.
Aha, of course. Some kind of pithy John Woo reference in that achievement name.
Something like that, yeah.
You fighting Spetsnaz here?
Yeah.
Is that what? You have to have some Russians. That sounds
Yeah,
like a
I mean,
Call of
you know,
Duty
this
game.
is Cold War era, but
Yeah,
you are definitely
fair.
kind of on the. Oh, right, he's here. You are heating up that Cold War.
Well, hello. Is there any explanation for that, or that just is there?
It just happens to be there.
Nothing going on with airlines or anything? Nope.
Oh God, that went bad
Yikes.
for me.
That's, yeah.
You need to sprint and jump to make it across. Okay,
Thanks for clearing that up.
there's that plane again.
You gotta be kidding me.
Nope. You got it this time. Got a good feeling about this. Guy's got an eye patch.
Yeah.
Here! Help me move this! Grab what you need! They'll be here before you know it!
You're very well prepared for a dead man.
Just because
Old
I
Ed
accept
Harris
the
for ya.
inevitability of my fate does not mean I'm in any hurry to embrace it.
Is that the guy you were interrogating that's with you?
Yeah. You know, he's probably better off with you
Yeah, fair. I was gonna
than
say,
with the guys that are coming to kill all of you.
That's true, yeah. I was going to say, he seems a little forgiving, but yeah, you're probably right.
Enemy down!
That's confirmed.
Man, you know what's a good movie? The
that?
Rock.
Yeah? It's not so
Ed
bad.
Harris.
Yeah?
Real good in The Rock.
Star of the Rock.
Star of the
I
Rock.
understand. High point of his career, you might say. Does he do any of the multiplayer announcing?
Yes.
As does Ice Cube, I
Yes,
understand.
as does Ice Cube.
Which is, I can't even imagine
I ran
what
too
that
far
is
forward.
like.
I ran too far forward, but whatever. I don't want to show too much of
Yeah, let's
too much of the stuff.
what
So
else?
that gives you a good sense of what some of the environments you'll be dealing with are.
So the campaign is great and all, but what do you know about a bash prompt?
Yeah, dude. Let's just get to that.
Yeah, that's really all I want to see.
Change off my single player profile over to my multiplayer profile here.
It's a complicated lifestyle you're living.
Dude, don't even get me started.
Oh, hello. Day one patch. Anyone?
Yeah. Did you see that it was also 7 megs?
Yeah.
They're bigger than the typical 4 meg
Oh,
limit.
is that a... Everything's been changing, it feels like, on Xbox Live.
Yeah.
I think they upped the achievement limit on XBLA games. Didn't it used to be 12?
Yeah, it used to be
It's
12.
15 now. I've seen XBLA games with 15 achievements now.
Here's your FMV.
Those are revolving standards.
This is Emmanuel Shrieky.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
her name
yeah.
is.
She's quite well known on the internet
Ascension.
for being hot.
15. 1. 2. 19. 7. 25. 6. 13. 6. 7. 15. 14. 0.
Keep going. Oh, that's it?
So a lot of people look at that and just think like, oh, Lost.
I'm not one of those people.
Yeah.
I don't think you are either.
No. No. It's you know, it fits with kind of the Cold War era
Yeah, sure.
nature of number stations, and spy
Yeah.
stuff, and espionage.
Like, number stations were cool before Lost. Like,
Yeah.
don't co-opt that, you know? I hate when something that is
and the
already-
stuff in Lost, as I understand it, is not even really a numbers station purely. But so yeah, here you go. It says like historical footage you might find disturbing. It's not that big a deal. So
there is some disturbing footage from that era.
So we're here being interrogated in this chair, but
Okay.
what if we just like struggled and got up out this
Oh,
chair?
hey, all right.
Served in Cuba.
Yeah.
Those restraints not terribly effective.
No, they're not. That's the secret. You hammer on the triggers and you can do that. And then there's this computer over here you can get on.
This is so exciting.
And we actually have a USB keyboard hooked up here. So
So
now
wait a
I'm
minute,
logged in as Mason.
Why is Mason already logged into this terminal?
No, he typed that. He typed it fast.
Sure. As the camera was changing.
So
Wow.
we've got a directory full of files
Oh,
here. We can type help to get a quick list of commands here. So we can
Jeez.
cat cage.pick. You see some
Oh,
concept
wow.
art
Yeah.
that way.
Dude, that's
They
crazy.
have soundtrack stuff here, as you can see. They've also got some text files.
What format? Wait, I'm looking for, oh, SND.
So you've got some files saved here. There's also a mail client.
What?
So I got mail from Frank Woods here.
And this stuff is kind of delving into the backstory of the game? Is it,
Yeah,
does
it is.
it actually flesh stuff out?
Yeah, and I don't think it gives anything away here, but you see here that you have a mail from Jason Hudson dated 1978. So okay, so we can quit this mail client. So there's some interesting stuff you can do here. You
Oh,
can
list
hit a
of
who
users.
and get a list of users.
Uh-huh.
So you can see,
Such as JF Kennedy.
yeah, so you can see JF Kennedy. And you can also log in as other users.
Huh.
So JF Kennedy, and his password is Lancer, which I just guessed.
Did you?
That's his code name. That's his
in
presidential code name
in the game?
real life.
Oh, in real life. Okay.
Yeah. So the
Oh,
the JFK account, totally different concept
Wow.
art over here, and a lot of different mail here, including threats against his life.
Wow.
November 21st, 1963.
Jeez.
That sort of stuff. So,
It's pretty heavy.
no, what? Okay, so I'm out of the mail client. So what else can we do here? There's also our login, or actually, yeah. So there's a Majestic 12 server that I have been unable to figure out what the. I expect it would be V Bush and Manhattan, but so there are files here. There's this mj12.txt. Where they list, you get an email. One of the emails says that only Majestic 12 people have access to the Dreamland server, and from there you can kind of put together, okay, well, it's got to be one of these guys' accounts. There's V. Bush here, who was part of the Manhattan Project.
Oppenheimer, yeah.
Yeah, Oppenheimer, von Braun.
Von Braun, yeah, everybody.
Einstein. So you can I can actually log into the local account of this Bush guy.
Dude, this is amazing.
Yeah.
This is the best thing in
So
this game.
I've guessed about 4 of the passwords.
Wow.
There's 3 accounts
don't-
of presidents.
They don't give you anything, then.
No, they don't give you anything. This
Wow.
isn't like stuff I figured out from the game. This is
Yeah.
like looking at Wikipedia and
No
going like,
shit.
that's probably a real. That would make a good password.
Wow.
So
So can you get to all of this stuff from the get-go? Like as soon as
yeah,
you
this
start
is from the
game?
get-go. This is the first boot up
Right,
on this
right, right,
profile.
okay.
So this isn't necessarily anything.
So if you were to, like 2 weeks from now, if you were to get a FAQ and like get all the passwords and stuff, you could just get everything.
Yeah,
It's like none of this stuff. Oh, what the hell?
that's some concept art of this.
Oh God.
So this is Dead Ops Arcade.
Insert a coin. There's nowhere to put a coin into this Xbox.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
We have to wait for it to finish displaying this.
Uh-huh.
Then we'll be able to play some Dead Ops Arcade.
The last 3 minutes has convinced me that this game is amazing.
It's pretty crazy.
This is awesome. I don't know how this is. You tell me. This.
You can play this online,
Oh, really?
multiplayer. It's,
Jeez. Yeah, this looks like a competent. This is dual joystick, I assume.
Yeah.
Obviously.
so I mean, you really get the impression that these guys. There's a lot in this game. There's a lot of
Yeah.
really crazy stuff, and it's the. Not all of it is awesome,
Yeah.
but it's really cool that there's this much in here.
Stuff like this is, yeah. This is the kind of stuff you don't see coming, This is stuff you can really get excited about.
Right.
Like, of course they made a good campaign, you know, you kind of expect that, but...
And, you know, the multiplayer, you know, it follows in the footsteps of the multiplayer that came before it, you know, it's... So, Smash TV style, at the end, you have to kind of choose a path out.
Is there any kind of, like, I don't know, progression or, like, achievements to work toward or anything?
There is an achievement, and there are at least one achievement related to Dead Ops Arcade, specifically. I think there might be two, but... So I have this dash move.
Whoa.
And I think if I dash through 20 or more enemies, there's an achievement for that.
Awesome.
Oh god, but now I'm dead. And I can also drop bombs. Yeah, so that's cool. And once you unlock it here, it actually starts showing up on the zombies menu.
Okay, so you just play.
So that's where you go if you want to play multiplayer style. That's not the only hidden game
Really?
found in Black Ops.
This is getting ludicrous.
Jump up out of the chair here and just quickly run back over to the terminal.
Just spend the rest of the quick look on the terminal.
Or
Actually, you know what? No, I want to go home and dig into the terminal.
Oops.
Hello.
Zork, dude. So Activision owns Zork, you know?
I wonder if they had to go through legal to do this, or if they just did it.
I don't know.
This is totally ridiculous.
So yeah, you can
watch out for grooves.
One last thing that I will say here: you type in 3-arc Intel.
What?
You can unlock all the intel without actually collecting it.
Oh wow!
Of course, like it says, that disables the achievement. So
no.
But the intel is really cool. And worth taking a look at.
I have to imagine this would be slightly less pleasant if you didn't have a keyboard hooked up.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yes. I mean, you know, you could probably have if you have that 360 chat pad, that'd probably be okay too.
Sure.
All right, let's get out of here and actually. How do I? Oh, that's right. I just pick up the controller and walk away from the computer.
Shall we investigate the online?
Let's sit down and get online with this.
Wait for it to load up the other executable.
Yep.
All right.
So the new stuff with the multiplayer is they've added a wager match mode here, where you take your currency that you earn in the other games and kind of play these 6-player deathmatch modes.
With a lot on the line, potentially.
Yeah. They've also got combat training, which is new, and that's a bot match.
Right.
And there's a whole separate progression for these bot matches. Let's jump into one of these real quick.
Does any of that carry over?
No. No, it's primarily meant for training you up to. They say that they did some kind of research and said that, you know, there's a significant percentage of people that never play the online.
That seems crazy.
So they wanted this to kind of help ease people into it.
Sure.
I think it would also be a good thing for players that don't have internet connections, but it only shows on the Xbox Live menu.
Huh.
It doesn't show on, or it does not show on the local game.
Yeah, like you'd think you'd want that right
so
up front.
I don't get that one bit.
Deathmatch.
So this offers like a whole separate level progression if you want to go that route. It actually populates your players with players from your friends list here.
Oh, weird.
So that's not really Arthur Geese there. But.
That's kind of a cool idea, but so if you are an experienced Call of Duty online player, you could just ignore this.
Right.
And you're not really missing anything. It's not like...
Yeah, I mean, you know, the bots are all right, and they have the 4 difficulty settings, and they're pretty decent as bots go. You can only play deathmatch and team deathmatch. You can't play any of the objective games.
But it's not like there are any multiplayer unlocks that are exclusive to this mode or anything like that. Okay.
Yeah.
That was quick.
Yeah.
This is a nice looking Call of Duty game.
Yeah.
We've taken the lead.
Kill that guy first.
Spy plane standing by. Spy plane ready for deployment.
So spy plane's your UAV.
Friendly spy plane inbound.
Can you shoot down spy planes?
You can shoot down spy planes.
Excellent.
Up here is a good place to kind of snipe from. Sometimes I'll drop a tactical insertion up here and just harass people for a while. So, you know, they're bots.
They get the job done,
Yeah,
pretty much.
Our counter spy
bots do.
plane's in the air.
that's my guy.
Counter spy plane up. They're blind. Spy plane standing by.
Oh, that's a grenade. Yeah.
Spy plane standing by.
I know they made some changes to the way you access perks and new gear and stuff like that, but
Yeah,
in the match, like right here on the ground,
yeah.
We've
what's
lost
different?
the lead.
What's the one thing you would say to somebody who played Modern Warfare? Like the action
There's stuff with
is,
equipment, you know, with the
Yeah.
custom class stuff. So you'll have up on the D-pad, will deploy equipment when you have it. And so that means your tactical insertion, remember that? You can kind of set up where you spawn.
Right.
Or a jammer that will jam other people's radar. You can have that and still have grenades. Which I don't necessarily think is a huge deal, but it is there. Also, from a gameplay perspective, if I'm running and tap and hit B, I will dive to
Oh,
prone.
okay, all right.
So that's a new gameplay thing.
So real minor tweaks.
Yeah.
Basically. Okay.
And you know, maybe this is just me. I feel like mobility matters a little more than it did in the previous game. Let's pick up a slightly larger gun. So. Just basic movement speed
Oh,
when I have
yeah.
a pistol up versus when I have a rifle up.
Yeah, you can tell.
Is different. Light machine guns and launchers are even slower.
So you're going to get the Counter-Strike effect of everybody running around
Yes.
with knives constantly?
Yes. Yeah, you run. It
I mean, there's
benefits
no
you to
knife
run
in
around
this,
with your
but
pistol.
yes, exactly.
Sometimes I'll run around with my tactical insertion out, which is probably not smart, but that's
He's
my guy.
friendly.
You know, you see guys out of the corner of your eye, you just start shooting. Don't mess around. No time. No time.
Counter spy plane up. They're blind.
How many kills before the RC car?
3.
I want to see the RC car.
3 kills. So, but it'll take me a few levels to unlock.
Oh, you don't have that yet? Okay.
No. It takes me a while to unlock the ability to unlock kill streaks, or unlock kill streak customization.
So it's the same deal. You're picking which kill streaks you want to bring in.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you can have a maximum of 3. So, and you can't have more than one that has the same kill count on it. So you can't have UAV or you can't have spy plane and RC car.
What's the tactical nuke of this game?
Dogs.
Really? Is that still 15?
I think so. I think we
Or
can.
was that 25 for the nuke?
It was 25 for the
Yeah.
nuke. It's not 25 for dogs.
Okay.
Dogs are not as universal as the nuke, obviously,
Right.
but that's dogs are new. The RC car, well, dogs were in World at War, but they were not in the last game.
Enemy spy plane incoming.
Oh god, it's funny. The bots will give you a couple of seconds to waste them, but if they catch you slipping, they just kill you. Like that's kind of how they dumb down the bots for the lower difficulty settings. It's like amount of time before they kill you once they've seen you.
Right. Before they get straight to the headshot.
Yeah.
Take that, fake Doug Perry.
Yeah. See, so it's like I was able to just like run up on him pretty far, but then his buddy said later.
How do you feel about the maps? Seem like there are a lot of them.
Yeah, 14 maps. Some of them are really good maps.
Yeah.
Friendly spy plane inbound.
Do I understand that the more expensive versions come with more maps?
Yeah, but they're all zombies maps.
Oh, okay.
It's the Prestige and Hardened editions come with 4 maps from World at War.
Okay.
4 zombies maps from World at War. So that's something to think about if you are a fan of the zombies mode. Oh, that guy stabbed me.
But not
I
a
was trying
huge
to stab
loss
him.
if you just want to go vanilla and shoot guys.
Yeah. There's also an avatar outfit for the 360
Enemy
version.
spy plane above.
And of course the RC car, actual RC car if you buy the Prestige, which we picked one of those up, went out and bought one this morning to see what was up with that. But it's all like wire tied into the box. I gotta get my knife. So we haven't really messed with that. kind of want to finish a match here so we can get into the unlocked
Yes.
stuff and show that stuff. Otherwise, I would just quit.
Is the leveling this fast in the actual
Not
online?
quite.
Yeah, I figured
Spy
it was
plane standing by.
probably kind of accelerated here.
Yeah.
Our spy plane's in the air.
Are the announcers tied to the map?
They're tied to the map and the faction.
Okay.
So when you're in the jungle on the
Mission accomplished.
on the American side, Ice Cube is the announcer.
I had a feeling you would know. I was hoping that we could hear some
yeah.
Ice Cube announcing.
(21 and 10).
You showed those
really
bots.
good against players, not so great against bots. Okay, so we have unlocked create a class and challenges, and we've also got close to 5,000 COD points. So you get both those numbers. You get your experience as well as your COD points. And then we go into create a class here. We can start with just custom 1 and go to assault rifles, and I actually haven't unlocked, this stuff unlocks at 5, 9, 14, and so on. So I don't actually need to buy any weapons yet. All I can use is the M16 if I want to go that route. Same deal. You kind of get one free weapon per class. But if we want to go attach anything to it, 1,000 COD points, 2,000 COD points.
And there's just like a whole list of those things you can buy.
Yeah,
any of
basically
those.
everything that you want to do ever. If you want to change the color of your reticle, if you want to customize an emblem. So you see up there, you see my rank icon there. You can actually, there's a layer-based system, so you can apply 16 layers to create kind of whatever messed up icon you want. And there's people making animals humping each other and all sorts of stuff already. So it's like, even if you want to put your clan tag on the side of your weapon, which you can barely even see when you are holding the gun,
Right.
it still costs you a little bit of your COD points. You have to buy. Oh yeah, we'll go through the list here. So, pistols, launchers, and specials. Launchers are secondaries. The ballistic knife, which is a knife that'll shoot out for stabbing guys, and the crossbow, both relatively savage, but not necessarily easy to use. All right, Makarov. Let's go upgraded iron sights on that. Lethal grenade, you can get a tomahawk, which is the throwing knife of this game. Tactical, buy different stuff there. Equipment, this is kind of the category that you have your tactical insertion, motion sensor, which will kind of help detect people in a good radius. But they can shoot your equipment and kill it if they see it, and they all blink, so it's not real hard. Camera spike.
That's on your person? Like the equipment is...
No. When you drop it.
Oh,
so
okay.
you drop your tactical
you have
insertion,
to-
you drop your
right,
jammer,
right, okay.
and it jams in the radius that you've dropped it in. You can
Got
go
it.
pick it up and move it somewhere else, or when you
got
die, you can place another one.
That makes sense.
But yeah, they can kill it. So even perks, you have to buy them. And then when you've done the pro, when you've completed the requirements to get a pro version of a perk, you still have to go buy the pro version also. So go to player card here and go to challenges. Let's see. I guess, yeah. So for Ghost, for example, you have to get 20 kills while they have a spy plane up. You have to destroy 30 aircraft with a launcher and kill 1 sentry gun. And once you've done that, you unlock the ability to purchase Ghost Pro.
Wow. Suppose that'll take some legwork.
Yeah. So lightweight, it's run away from death 5 times, get 15 melee kills, and then you can get lightweight pro. And they don't list what the different pro perks do here, but there's lists online that say all this stuff. Steady aim I thought was really handy to have steady aim pro, because it helps you recover faster from a knife. So if you stab out and miss, you are ready to go
Got your gun
more
back
quickly.
up faster.
And also your gun comes up more quickly after you're running.
Wow.
Which is how I die a lot. I run into death over and over again. So get that gun back up a little bit faster is really handy.
That perk sounds essential.
Yeah. So let's get into the actual online here.
So in addition to having to spend COD points for all that stuff, they pretty much, from my impression, they all seem to have like level requirements as well, right?
Yes.
So you don't even have the opportunity to buy this stuff until you're at, say, level 5.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. 138 people have already prestiged, at least.
Wait.
Because they're in the prestige-only matchmaking. Think about that.
I can't. Is that... I'm baffled by that.
Well, you know, early copies of this have been getting out there for days.
Has it been functional though? I mean, like people were able to play.
Yeah, I think the servers have been up since the weekend at least.
Like, what's the level cap in this one?
50.
50.
It's back to 50.
Okay.
But there's like 16 levels of prestige or 15 levels of prestige or something.
Jeez.
Yeah.
People are crazy.
Yep.
About this game.
There's a lot of cool stat stuff they'll show at the bottom of these screens when you're matching up here. So there you go, 121,754.
Dude, this game is officially like what, 13
2.5
hours
million
old.
suicides. And there's their little jab out at the free code used game thing.
Well, I guess it came out what, East Coast 15 hours ago.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
So they've got some voting here. You can kind of vote to play the map you played again. Vote for just the default next map, or just say, you know what, give me a random map. Actually, you know what, launch is a good one. So we probably won't unlock it here, but there's contracts. Remember the daily challenges in Halo Reach?
Yep.
It's sort of like that.
All right. Those were awesome. So that's.
Yeah, so they'll rotate these on a regular basis. I want to say it's daily, and these are contracts that you can purchase with your COD points, and then it'll give you a set amount of time to complete tasks. So it'll be like, get 5 headshots, but you only have 40 minutes to do it.
Wow.
That's 40 minutes of a live in-game time.
Okay.
So it's not quite as harsh as that makes it sound. But
And what do those yield when you complete them?
more COD points, sometimes experience bonuses as well.
But if you don't complete the contract, you're just out the money.
You're out that money.
That's pretty awesome, actually. And the wager match stuff is pretty similar, right? Like you buy into those.
Yeah, you buy into those, you ante up literally at the beginning, and then if you don't finish in the top 3, you don't get any money back out of it. So. This is not the side of launch that I like to start on.
We've taken the lead.
Ah!
Oh.
Yep. Running to my death time and time again.
Are there any multiplayer achievements this time around, or are they still sticking?
Yeah.
There are. Okay. So that's an IW thing,
Taking the lead.
not a Treyarch thing.
Yeah, but they're not in there in such a way that it's going to really impact the way people play. It's stuff like prestige or placing the money 5 times in wager matches.
Yeah.
We've taken the lead. Enemy spy plane above.
So if I had a launcher, we could actually find that spy plane and shoot it down. But still one of my favorite things to do.
And you'd be that much closer to Ghost Pro.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a Ghost.
Oh, you don't. Okay. Yeah, I guess you have to have that enabled or equipped, right?
Right.
To actually get
Yeah.
that credit.
Spy plane standing by.
Damn it. I'd stab him. Got
We've
killed
lost the
instead.
lead.
Put my spy plane up. How about that?
Spy plane standing by.
Yeah. What now?
Our spy plane's in the air.
Any
So-
joint ops in this, or up in smoke, or
No, nothing like that. You can buy backgrounds for your player card, and you can design your own emblem. I suppose if you got creative with it, you could use the 16 layers to make your stupid weed leaf.
it's the only way I can get headshots, man.
Stab my own dude.
We've lost the lead. Taking the lead. Spy plane standing by. Friendly spy plane inbound.
All right. Whoa.
Frag out!
Oh.
Got it from both ends that time.
Yeah.
See, look at that. Some good uses of music. I really do like most of the music across the game.
Yeah.
The licensed music in the campaign is really pokey. And really obvious, I guess I should say.
This orchestral stuff sounds.
Yeah, but
pretty
the orchestral
appropriate.
stuff and the stuff they use in the multiplayer is really good. Oh, get out of there. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's where that guy went. So you see his hands down there at the bottom. Fail is his icon, his player card icon.
Okay.
That's one of the emblems you can stamp on it. And then the hands behind it are a separate little thing you can purchase. And you unlock more of those. Some of those are only unlocked if you've prestiged hell of times.
Our spy plane's in the air.
So the leveling's still pretty speedy then, even
Yeah, I
online.
mean, these first few levels, it's...
Sick ponage.
What?
That was his gamer tag.
Oh. God, how'd he get that?
I-
Must have had it for a while.
It was SYK.
Oh. Dude, walk right into that. So these alarms are going off because that missile's fully going to launch in a
Whoa.
little bit here.
Wow, does that do anything? Other than look cool?
Looks cool.
Yeah.
And everything shakes.
Doesn't like affect
Friendly care package on the
gameplay
way.
in any
No,
way?
not really. There's a few other things like that. There's a map called Nuke Town, which is like a
Yeah, I saw
50s looking,
Saw some footage of that.
and at the end of it, it all blows up.
It's all like a nuclear test site
Yeah.
with like mannequins.
Yeah, yeah.
Like-
So
like-
the nuke is not in the game as a kill
spy plane's
streak,
in
but
the
the nuke effect is at least,
Lives on.
yeah.
So it looks like,
I kind of want to get somewhere where we can see this rocket
yeah,
go.
yeah, I totally want to see that. It looks like in terms of the gear, despite the period setting, it's all the kind of stuff you'd expect, right? Red dot sights and
Yeah, ACOG scopes.
yeah, you're not losing anything there, right?
Bye, rocket.
Oh man.
Friendly RCXD inbound.
So we have a remote control car out right now.
Excellent.
How do much care for the RC car?
No, not even using it.
No.
No. I mean, you're
I mean,
kind of
there's something kind of fun about
Friendly
driving
care
it up to
package on
someone
the
and
way.
blowing them up.
seems
but-
like you'd be awfully vulnerable while you're
Well, yeah,
controlling
it's
it.
the sort of situation where if you end up dying while you're using it because you're just standing around on the map the whole time, you still control the car to its completion.
Oh,
it doesn't
okay.
interrupt. That's Modern Warfare 2 was the same with Chopper Gunner and
Yeah,
the other
yeah.
kind of
Well,
controllable stuff.
That helps a little bit.
Yeah, so you still get the full effect of the kill streak. But it's just, I don't know. At 3 kills, they come out a lot.
Yeah, it
you know,
seems
if,
like,
if
yeah.
people have unlocked them in lieu of the spy plane,
Hostile RCXD spotted.
you tend to see a fair amount of them, and I don't know. You have to shoot them when they get close, and you can kind of hear their motors revving up as they're trying to find you.
Enemy spy
as they're
plane
getting closer.
incoming.
I'm guessing you can still shoot the dogs as well.
Yep,
Are they still as deadly as they were? I mean,
they're pretty rough.
for being like the ultimate kill streak, I would hope they're.
They're not the ultimate. They're like the second
they're-
highest,
okay.
I think. None of the kill streaks really seem like they are ultimate kill streaks. I
Yeah.
mean, there's
Isn't
no
it nuke?
yeah, there's no big nuke crazy thing, but some might argue that helps balance things out a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
A lot of people complain about the nuke, and I guess
Yeah.
if you get into these situations where 2 players are working together to nuke games as quickly as possible, like it can be used for griefing.
Right.
In some pretty unfortunate ways, but like the core idea, I think it was completely sound and pretty cool.
Well, certainly ballsy.
We're close to victory.
Yeah,
Don't
killed
quit
him
now.
and me. That was dumb.
Friendly spy plane inbound.
You guys are winning. Let's take this home. So how long do you think you'll roll with this one online?
I don't know. I get the impression that they'll release many more map packs for this one than they have any previous Call of Duty.
They had, what, 2 packs for the last one?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Cover me, I'm reloading.
Well, we're kind of in that situation where, there are people that have been playing this game constantly for 3 years.
3 years now, yeah.
And, the game has certainly changed, but the core of it is still similar enough that people that are really good at those other games are already really good at this.
Sure.
So it's like, unless you're really willing to dedicate a lot of time to keeping your Call of Duty game up, you're gonna get worked over.
It's getting kind of impenetrable, right?
And no, I mean it's I'm not incredible at this game, but I can still have fun with it.
Yeah.
But you do end up in those situations where you're just not killing anyone. Your KDR is just dropping to like 0.4 and crap like that, and it's at some point you have to stick with it.
Yeah.
You have to decide if you're going to get serious about it or not. And I don't necessarily have time to get serious with it for a serious length of time.
Yeah.
So
Like, I mean, all I'm getting at is that the stratification of players by skill level has gotten pretty pronounced.
yeah,
I think.
yeah, I think so too. So that took us to level 3, but not enough to unlock the class unlock stuff. But we do have enough cash here to get into a wager match. So there's three versions of this. You need 10,000 points to even get into the high roller area.
Some cool little like game subtypes here, I guess you'd say.
So let's try one in the chamber. These are cheap. It's 10 points to buy in.
Okay. And what's the potential yield?
I'd say it's like 60 or something.
Okay.
50. You can also opt to double the stakes. If enough players decide to double down, then everyone doubles down. And these are these are six-player deathmatch games. And they're all little mods on the basic type. Like, it's not just standard DM or anything like that. So one in the chamber, every player starts with a pistol with one bullet in it. And that bullet will kill if it hits, but if it misses, all you have is your knife. And you have 3 lives.
Okay.
And the object is to, and if you kill another player, you get a bullet.
Okay.
So there's some strategery to be found by, shooting off a bullet while you have 2.
Yeah.
And then when they think you don't have a bullet and they run up to stab you, you shoot them.
Nice. So you can bank bullets then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to go pure knife style.
So I don't know why this didn't just jump us into a game.
Maybe nobody's wagering yet. Maybe everybody's trying to
It's possible.
save up their COD points. I mean, this is kind of morning of.
I would think with it being kind of the biggest new part of the multiplayer that there would be people here, but it did say it was trying 50 games, so I don't. Yeah, there's 123,000 people playing one in the chamber right now, so.
Jeez.
So there's one in the chamber. Sticks and Stones is crossbow and knife and tomahawk.
Okay.
If you kill someone with the tomahawk, their score gets reset to 0.
Oh my
It's
God.
counted as a humiliation.
Holy crap. That's pretty rough.
Which is a little raw. So you definitely, there are cases where you go from first place to 6th at the very end of the game. And you're just like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
A bit of like Mario Kart rubber banding kind of thing there.
Yeah. Then there's Gun Game, which is a Counter-Strike mod that they brought in.
Okay.
Every 30 seconds, or no, I'm sorry, that's a different one. Gun Game, there are 20 different guns. You start out with pistol, and when you get a kill, you go up to the next gun. If you get killed with a knife, you're humiliated and go down a level. So you have to work your way through 20 weapons, and near the end, that gets to be 2 sniper rifles, 2 rocket launchers, the grenade launcher, the crossbow, and the ballistic knife there at the very end. So it kind of gets tougher in some cases to actually get those kills. That one's a lot of fun. Then there's Sharpshooter, where it rotates weapons at random, different weapon, different attachment, random weapon and attachment, every 30 seconds. And at the end, for the last weapon, it's a Sharpshooter round where you get double points.
So they just switch the weapons out as you're holding them?
As you're
like
holding
they just
them,
change on you? Huh.
Well, they go to like the weapon change thing, so they kind of reach behind their head.
Huh.
All right, so let's play a little one in the chamber.
See how
First
you fare.
place gets 30 points. Wagered 10 to get here. If I can get third place, I'll make 2 points. But this is, I need to concentrate.
One in the chamber.
If you forgive me, I'm going to leave you to it and let you concentrate for just a second.
Okay.
I'm going to step away.
It's a big map to do this on, too.
Out of the money.
Oh, jeez, I don't want to go that way. Oh, that guy was behind me, not in front of me. Damn it.
2 lives left.
This bridge right here is going to be a death trap. This whole little channel here. Oh, oh. All right.
In the money.
Not bad. Not bad. Guess it ended up being a death trap for them. Oh, crap.
Final life.
So there are only 3 players left, which I think means I'm going to stay in the money. You really want to... You really get like scared to take those shots. Okay, so now 2 players left. Spy plane comes up, and... oh! Third place. Third place. That's good, man. He was on the move and was hot while he was dropping here. Whoop. Gun up, pop. Nice. Nice shot. I came in third.
So you
So,
got
I,
something.
so I won 2 points.
Great.
Yeah. So we can actually stick in this live. Oh, see if we can get Nuketown. I'd like to show Nuketown.
Is there any way to up your ante? I know you can double down there, but I
You
mean,
can double down, and then there was that High Roller, Weekend Gambler. Those
Okay.
are higher stakes versions
Okay.
of these games.
But it
so-
but it never gets to a point where you can just input as many
Right.
points as you want.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah. But for that top tier, you need
Yeah.
10,000 just to even get there.
Okay,
So
alright.
it's extreme. All right, so we'll do another one in the chamber just because we'll get to see Nuketown, which is the small map. You know, each Call of Duty game has a small map.
Oh, this is
This
the,
one's not quite a kill box. It's not shipment.
shipment. Oh god.
It's not quite shipment.
Oh,
but
man.
it's not a large area, so it's good. You know, 6 players on it. This'll not that match on Jungle went took forever or anything, but I imagine this will be over.
a matter of
One
seconds.
in the chamber.
Always keep one in the chamber, Brad.
Sage advice.
Oh, also,
Porcelain advice.
you know, they just couldn't avoid it. There's a fat double rainbow on this map.
God. Is that really necessary? Oh! This is the map with that game-breaking exploit, the floating apple, I believe.
Yeah.
Have you seen that video?
Out of the money.
Nice.
In the money.
I might be mistaken about that. There's a.
No, that was a Cuban, a level in Cuba.
Oh,
I
you're
think.
right. So you have seen that.
Yeah.
It's kind of a silly video, but. So this is kind of, I almost want to say GoldenEye style, like one-hit kill no matter what, right?
Yeah.
Out of the money.
Oh,
what
how was that not a hit?
Dude, that made no sense to me at all. What?
2 lives left.
What? I don't know what happened there.
I don't know either.
I think you got gypped.
In the money.
Oh, man.
Now I have 2 bullets.
Can you move while you're prone in this?
Yeah. You,
So- I
you
saw
can,
that.
you can wiggle.
I saw that little hole in the fence there. I was wondering if you could like crawl through that behind you. Oh man,
3 bullets.
really getting a leg up on the competition here. I have a good feeling about this one.
Oh, here he comes. Come on. Oh, this is so tense. Is he coming up those stairs? Is he coming up those stairs? Which stairs is he coming up? Those stairs.
There you go. That's what I like to see.
Spy plane online.
All right. I think this might be his last life. Let me get out of here. So yeah, with that spy plane up, you know, we both kind of know where the other player is. What do you got?
What in the world?
He's
Where's
inside
that
the
guy?
house.
Oh, he's inside.
upstairs. He might be
Man.
upstairs. Oh, no, yeah, there is an upstairs.
Yes! Excellent.
Pop. Done.
Man, that was a lucrative match.
Yeah, tripled my money there.
What are the costs of like the perks and the attachments and stuff at this
Like
at this
1,000,
stage?
2,000.
Okay,
Like
so
it's not.
you're not
stuff- and that first match that I played there, I got like 3,000 points out of it or something,
Yeah.
right? So it's not.
this is not the way to buy your way into all of
It doesn't
this stuff.
seem like it.
Okay.
No,
Right.
you'll get a little bit extra, but it's not. Oh, and then, by the way,
Nice.
Nuketown.
Nice.
All right, so we can show zombies real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know, might as well be comprehensive.
That's,
But,
yeah.
I think it's the last thing we
An
didn't show.
exhaustive look at Call of Duty Black Ops.
Um,
Are they Nazis?
Yeah,
Really?
in the map that you have right out of the gate, they are, and they justify it. It's not.
Really?
So the different thing they've done here with the zombie mode is you play as different characters depending on what map you're on.
Okay.
And basically, they set up like kind of a zombie team vibe to it. I'm just gonna do solo
Yeah,
because
let's-
I don't want to like quit on somebody. So
What's going on in the Kino der Toten?
they'll start out with this.
Oh. Huh.
Perhaps this station will hold the key to the real goals of Group 935. I still do not trust my unconventional allies, but they are of great use to me. But I digress. Who would have thought the MDT was capable of time travel? How many stations does this group have? Where did that little girl disappear to? Only time will tell what new questions await us in this theater of the damned.
This is weird.
So yeah, Nazi scientist with a time machine,
Yeah, alright, fair.
and you end up warped back to Swastika Land.
Fair enough.
And
It's always the first priority.
But this is a new map for this
yeah,
game,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
And then so if I can turn on the power, I can turn on this time machine, which I suspect would have an impact here. So I can buy revives. I should probably figure out where these zombies are coming in from and deal with them, huh? Hey.
So you're all by your lonesome in this.
Yeah,
I was kind of hoping
they'd.
they'd.
Hard.
I was hoping they'd drop some friendly AI in, but
Yeah, that would have been nice.
since they've got some bot AI in this game at least. But
Yeah. Well, you know, it's this is really meant to be played
with
online
yeah,
co-op.
Sure. I think you and I have both bemoaned the lack of spec ops in this game in various venues on the website.
Yeah.
But I don't know. At least it's cool that they did this because there were so many people that were so into this.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
personally would have liked to play some more spec ops, but it looks like they've at least put some effort into this stuff.
This makes the big holes. I like big
So, you know, each of the 4 characters you play as in this mode is going to be a different personality,
Yeah.
quipping his ass off the whole time, which gives it a different vibe. That's all right. Where are they coming in? Where are those guys? They were coming down the stairs, weren't they? That's this. So yeah, same type deal. You can kind of pay to open doors. Opening doors this early, probably not a wise way to live, but you know, we can show a little bit more of the map here. And meanwhile, there are a lot of zombies busting in. Can't get over that.
This is starting to sound grim.
Yeah, I don't know what.
I don't know that
know
I
what
like
that was.
I don't think I like your chances here.
Oh, hey, hi, hello.
Oh my goodness. Well, all right.
I didn't even see those guys. Weird. All right, yeah. So,
Zombies.
yeah, zombies. There's this map. There's another map that opens up after you beat the campaign. And if you buy one of the other editions, you get 4 maps from World at War.
Okay, so this is not really new stuff per se.
Yeah.
Presumably that stuff will be out as DLC at some point.
I don't know.
I would guess.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I mean, you know, since that stuff is playable multiplayer, you'd like. It's nice to have as many people able to play it as possible.
Sure.
I would think,
Yeah.
because you do have to search per map for players to join with. So, with that in mind, yeah, you definitely want to have people to play those maps with. And I think that's just about it.
That's Call of Duty Black Ops. That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
This is a feature-rich game.
yeah, definitely, and you can get it by this chair.
You can type stuff into that thing.
Yeah,
That alone is reason to get this game.
absolutely.